Welcome back everybody to the Irish Furian. I am the Irish Furian. Alright, so this is just a quick video to, keep you updated as to what the story is. So, I want to talk about that video in the last video where I was grieving the loss of my uncle and also upset by the situation with my family and all the rest of it. So the story with that is that I took that video down, not because I'm ashamed of it or not because I have any kind of any problem with expressing vulnerability in public. I have no problem with it. The reason I took that down is that I don't want my channel to be about despair. That's the only thing. I don't want my channel to be about despair. I want it to be about positivity, about not that won't lead to positivity. It's the process and the pathway along the way toward renewal when you grieve like that. So the point is that I don't want people coming to the channel and in any way feeling despair because of this narrative and the way it is creating splits in families and forcing people physically to be distant from each other and to cover up their very faces, So that is the reason I took it down, is that I don't want it to be in any way represent fear, despair, shame or anything like that, okay? It was taken down because I want the channel to be about growing community. I want it to be about getting skills. I want it to be about survival in the best way possible and thriving. Not just surviving, but thriving. I want it to be about that. That is why I took it down. All right, so my uncle was laid to rest today. I didn't go to the burial. All my relations would have been up there with their faces covered, standing apart, talking to each other, all just reinvigorating the narrative of fear. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Also with as I said, with one or two members of my immediate family not talking to me at the moment. I haven't. It just would have got me down too much. I have been a little bit, under the weather, shall we say, and that last video shows you that. It's funny the way people would say men respond to other men expressing grief or tears or whatever. It's men, I think, who haven't, would say, mapped their internal landscape. In other words, become at one with their own emotions and their own physical sensations of discomfort when it comes to things like grief or anger or fear or sadness or depression or any of those things. They have funny responses. They thought, one or two of you thought I was going to take me alive. It's like nothing like that. It's just an expression in the moment of disappointment, upset, grief, and that's okay. It passes. It doesn't stay. It passes. It's a momentary thing to the next thing. It's a stepping stone on a pathway to your next position in your internal landscape and your external landscape. So that's fine. That's all right. So, and as a person who's been an artist and a musician all their lives, that's your stock and trade. You understand? You can't create songs and you can't write songs or sing or create works of art which will touch a person's feelings. You can't empathize with another person until you know your own internal landscape of emotions and thinking and thoughts behind thoughts. You understand? Like you can't build those kind of bridges to the other person with your art, with your craft. You can't do it unless you have an understanding of your own. So that's been my stock and trade all my life. And so, I know myself very well now at this stage when it comes to emotions and when it comes to physicality, because emotions are very closely tied up to physicality. Your body is your emotions are your body. There isn't one without the other, Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I wish you all well for the next while.